Hey guys, Kathy Rankin here with your weekly soaps roundup, and it's a beautiful day. The sun is out and the light is shining bright on some of our plots, while others have nothing but storm clouds ahead. So let's start with some good news first. On Bold and the Beautiful, Shauna and Quinn were thrilled to learn of Wyatt and Flo's engagement and immediately began dreaming of, grandbabies. Even though Hope believed Thomas had changed, Brooke remained convinced the guy was obsessed with her daughter. Like I said, there's some storms on the horizon. And Ridge was disappointed that his wife was once again painting his son as a bad guy, and Brooke warned Liam that he needed to reunite with Hope before it's too late. Coming up, after a shocking death, is there any other kind? Bill takes part in a cover-up. Now, in Days of Our Lives, Kristen worried that Brady's visits to Susan, who she'd traded places with, would screw up her plans. So Kristen and Vivian teamed up in order to get Susan to convince Brady that he should just stop coming to visit and instead focus on raising Rachel. Now, Ciara agreed to be hypnotized by Marlena in the hopes of getting her memory back. And while Ciara was still keeping Ben at arm's length, she was definitely feeling close to her ex, Theo. Oh, and remember how when Theo returned, he said he had just broken up with someone? Well, it turned out that someone was Paulina's daughter, Chanel. And Jan Spears, who's been in a coma since being strangled by John, miraculously woke up, which can only mean trouble is brewing. Coming up, Rafe has a new prime suspect in Charlie's murder. Now, over on General Hospital, Carly teamed up with Anna and Valentin to prove Peter killed Franco. Obrecht managed to convince Scotty that it was Peter, not Jason, who killed his son. Now, Maxie put her head together with Britt and decided that after the baby was born, they would lead Peter to believe it had been stillborn. Sounds like between the two of these ladies, they still only have half a brain. Elsewhere, Taggart was released into Jordan's custody after pleading not guilty on the charges that he framed Cyrus. Alexis wasn't quite so lucky when she too went to court. In fact, after pleading guilty to having attacked Dante, she was sentenced to 3 years behind bars. Oh yay, I see lots of prison scenes in our future. Coming up, Peter tries to play Let's Make a Deal with Anna and Valentin. I'm sure that's gonna go well. And finally, on Young and the Restless, Chloe was shocked to learn that she'd unintentionally helped Chelsea frame Adam for Ray's attempted murder. Her hot mess Faith was pushed to the breaking point by the mean girls bullying her, so she did what any good soaps teenager would do, or the rest of us. She stole a bottle of tequila and a truck, then wound up in an accident. Sounds like a good country song to me. Well, it turns out a good Samaritan dropped her off at the hospital, where she eventually came to. But somebody's gonna be in big trouble. Meanwhile, as an on-the-run Adam reached out to Sharon, of course, for help, Nick and Ray were stunned to see from the hospital footage that it was Adam who brought Faith in. Aw, the Tin Man does have a heart. And Kyle told Jack about his affair with Tara Locke, but didn't go so far as to reveal he had had a baby with the married woman. I mean, come on, he's not stupid, or is he? Coming up, Lauren makes a major power move, and I'm always down for a good power move, you guys. That's it for this week. We'll see you next time on the Weekly Soaps Roundup.